We do have one problem here. I don't know if you can see this countertop, but there's something missing. Yes, friends? Xander and Kendra don't drink coffee. I don't know if I can ever stay here again, buddy. I don't know. I just don't know. It's been a long time since I had to drive to get a cup of coffee. Hi, could I have a turtle latte hot?
Did you want that large?
Yes, I do. And then I also need a bacon burrito. Oh, it's gonna be a good day, y'all. It's gonna be a great day.
And we are in the green room. Jamie, we're in the green room. Let's do it. Hello, beautiful Jamie.
Well, hello, Longhorn Lester. Lord Longhorn Lester of Cotterpin in Texas, ruling all the secrets, the chocolate Santas.
If I heard correct, you're having yourself a burrito for breakfast with your coffee, and I'm stoked with a chocolate Santa Claus that we had left over from our Christmas party. That's just wonderful. I hope you're enjoying your vacation.
I am fully enjoying the vacation. I did wake up in a bit of a panic because I thought I had so much time this morning to, make a pot of coffee while I showered and got ready to fly.
Cheers, Jamie. Just cheers.
Well, cheers, babe. Cheers.
So, since when do you eat burritos for breakfast?
Hold on a second. I can't work this. There we go.
That's about as bad as me and my bean dip and my Doritos or my Fritos.
It sounded good, okay? It was like on the little like pickety thing in the drive-through, like the sign was like, try a bacon burrito. I'm like, I maybe should do that.
So that's
Rome, like.
So the place you went to get your coffee is similar to what they do at the checkout counter. They put all the things that your kids are going to scream and holler about, or you might, you know what? I probably do need me a nail kit or an extra. Oh no, Jamie, why are you playing with things?
I was trying to be able to see the comments. It will not let me see the comments.
Up above, it has an option for comments. But if you're like the other people who've been on the live, they've had to watch the comments from their computer or their TV alongside.
I'm turning here. There was a way. Maybe this is how I do it. No. Sorry, just figuring things out here. I'm in the show. You can see everyone and hear everyone. I know, but anyway. I don't need to read. I'll just talk. How's your chocolate Santa?
Not as good as that bacon burrito. I promise you that.
I'm going to save mine, not eat it on the live.
In case you guys are wondering, if you have not heard, Jamie is in fact traveling. She has gone to visit her family up north in Illinois, and I'm here holding down the fort.
Forts.
Yeah,
forts.
Plural. But I'm making it, and I'm excited though. You'll be home tomorrow.
I am coming home. It'll be late tomorrow night. You're still on your own for the majority of the work tomorrow. Sorry.
That's okay.
It sounds really silly. It feels so fast. Like I don't want to, like, I'm sorry. I want to come home to you tomorrow, but I don't want to leave here tomorrow, if that makes any sense. Like,
no, I completely get it.
It has been a whirlwind of visits and time and just an incredible blessing. I'm in Xander's shop. I should mention I'm at Xander's house right now. And it is really surreal to be a mom of an adult that has his own place that is like, this sounds really silly. that is so inviting and so like just homey and like just feels like I'm supposed to be here. Like, you know what I'm saying, Lester? Like sometimes you go somewhere and you're like, oh, I'm an intruder. Like like you feel like it's not that you're not welcome, it's just like
Well, this is the way it is at mom and dad's house, and this is true. And I feel bad for mom and dad. They don't do it on purpose, but they can be watching themselves a movie, a Netflix, so they can watch anytime. And they have these big windows. This. They have these big windows in their living room that mom likes to keep open. So when you pull up, you can see them in the window watching TV. Dad's on his recliner watching, usually on his phone watching, and mom's over in her chair on her phone also watching. And then you walk along the porch, and when you open the gate to their porch, they can hear the little bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, and they both look up, and they know companies has arrived. Then the dogs go crazy. They press their movie on pause, and they're like this. They're sitting up in their chairs like, yay, hey. And I'm like, hi. I know what you mean. You feel like, I know they don't mean it that way.
no.
But they're like, we're watching a movie here, and I was like, I'm gonna go. I just come to grab Lex. I wanted to grab this, or I need to see this, or grab that. But you say that Xander and Kendra made you feel very welcome.
They totally, well, first of all, they clean their whole house and everything like that, but they like got me my favorite drinks. They got me my favorite snacks. They washed their bedclothes. They put the air mattress up, and I was like, okay, I'll sleep upstairs. Like I was fully expecting that. No, they gave me their room and like had special towels set out. It was just very like very special, very, very like they're very great hosts, and it was just wonderful.
I want to thank, the sweet lady before reminded me that I will be the one reading the comments for you and transferring messages to you. And then our sweet moderator, Vanessa, she's doing a wonderful job by letting people know that as a couple, we decided that with all of the bad weather, we would divide and conquer this year because there's a lot of folks who are very upset with me for not going with you. But since you went to my family, I should have gone to yours. But I would let you go ahead and explain that. Thank you, Miss Vanessa. Thank you for being a Vanessa.
It was not in the cards, to be honest. We had horrible weather. I almost didn't make it here. And we knew that was coming.
Unless you want to do it in a video form, talk about your experience at the airport if you want to, and someone's coming to say hello. Some things that do not.
Oh, Hanky. Mr. Hank, I miss you so. Yeah, I had a rough travel to get here, but to finalize the thing, we knew bad weather was coming, and to think of leaving the properties in potential flooding, flash flooding, rain, storms, things that can break, all those things, and be here trying to enjoy and embrace would not have been something possible. It just wasn't. So the day I left, there were horrific storms throughout all of Texas, specifically in Houston. And I knew it was a gamble. I took the late flight thinking like it should be mostly through at that point in time. And it wasn't. We were delayed. And then when I finally did get to St. Louis, I had rented a rental car, as I always do. Like, this is very normal for me. I travel for work. I travel here. Like, I have a routine. It's normal. Oh, hello. Anyway.
Several people were saying that Xander had a wonderful mom who taught him hospitality and all of those things. So for as kind as he's being to you, there's several comments over here. Jennifer says, Xander learned hospitality from you, Jamie. And that is true. So Xander, is he hiding from us?
He had to close the door.
No, I'm back.
Hey, Xander.
How's it going?
It's going well. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Just got cleaned up.
He smells really good. Like really good.
Xander always smells good. He's also learned that from you. And
you knew. What a skill.
It's funny because even when you were here with Lex, the day that you took Lex Christmas shopping, one thing that you wanted to do with him was go by and get his colognes.
Yeah.
And I think that you ended up spending way more than you thought you would because Lex has never. Go ahead, talk about that.
Yeah, so Lex is in the era of I'll call it of figuring out who he is, of course, in his middle school years, but also wanting to impress girls and people and all those things. And I took him shopping because I don't know what to buy Lex because he's so picky. Reminds me a lot of this one right here with clothes, shoes, all those things. And I told him, I was like, what about some cologne? He goes, "Oh yeah. Yes, let me smell the cologne." So he goes and he's like, "Oh, I like this one." He goes, "But I like this one too." And I was like, "Okay, it's
Oh,
Christmas. You can get both." And then he's walking away and he lifts up one more and he goes, "This one too." And I'm like, "Dang it, I'm already in the checkout line." It was like so much pressure. So I got sucked into 3 colognes.
did Xander? Hey, don't you run away, young man. We're still talking.
I'm not.
He's
Did,
cleaning because he can't sit still. He's cleaning up.
oh, he got that from your mom.
Yeah.
Miss
Those jeans.
Janelle's rubbing off on him. Xander, I'm going to ask you, and you're going to probably say no. Your mom may tell me the truth, though, so be careful. Did Xander ever go through a phase where he overdid it with colognes, where he went overboard? Like he didn't just squirt, and walk away. He like squirted in like all the areas and like just like really like went all into it.
So I love scents and cologne, so I don't really know. I don't know. I'm probably not a good judge of that, but I don't think so because I love like even as a kid, like middle school kid, when he would come downstairs after he showered and we got ready to go, he would always smell amazing. Like that was I don't want to say it was our thing, but it's all like I love to smell good and so does he. So I don't know. And now Lex is taking after that too, I guess.
Well, I just hope that Lex, when he goes to school the first day after the holidays, his mom will make sure that he does not overdo it because I was the overdoer.
You were?
I was, and I did not know until finally
With your
something
car?
Jamie, it was not just Dracar, it was Old Spice under here, and it was Dracar here and everywhere else. Plus, my hair stuff I overdid it. But Xander, I want to talk about your job and your work. If you can hold on just for 1 second.
Yeah.
Dwayne Lacey, a friend of mine, a former educator. I'm former. We're friends. Dwayne says that he wants Vanessa to repin that comment because people are still demanding to know why we are not side by side together at each other's Christmases. So, Miss Vanessa, if you want to repin that, I will stick it back up here. Thank you, Dwayne, for reminding everybody. So, Xander, you now are a union worker.
Yeah.
How hard has this been on you? And have those guys been like hazing you at all, like giving you a hard time as the new guy?
No, it's a pretty calm environment. I mean, it's hard work, but
they've not asked you to go find the wire stretchers or anything like that.
No, nothing ridiculous like that.
You already know those kind of things. Did somebody warn you ahead of time that
I've seen clips and videos, so I already know better.
So you already knew better. I know. Yeah. That's funny. So you say hard work. What's the hardest part about it? The knowledge stuff or the physical labor?
It's probably more the physical labor because, like, obviously I'm an apprentice, so I don't know much. Or like that's the way you gotta act because you can't act like you know everything. So
okay.
It's more so like the physical labor because you're basically just being told what to do.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes doing the task is difficult.
I've seen like schematics and things like online, never like in person, of things that show wiring and stuff. And that to me looks like it would be just a very hard thing to understand. So would you admit though that the things that they taught you in school was just minor, just so little compared to what you're learning in the real life, in the real world?
Yeah. I mean, there's some things you can't learn in only a 2-year degree. There's so much more to it.
So tell them what you're working on now. Like, what's your job currently right now?
Oh, I'm at a middle school right now in Swansea, and we're just finishing up a solar job there, but we're basically just setting a lot of their heavy duty gear and basically big panels.
Can you tell everybody about how many panels are out across that pasture?
Oh yeah, so this is a different one. The first job he did was the solar pasture. Yeah, so he finished that one. How many solar panels were across that pasture?
There was like 11,750. It was 40 acres.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, to me, I mean, when we have I guess we've flown over those types of places. I've never seen one on the ground level except through TV and movies. But for Xander to talk about in the last time he was here about having to go by to each and every one of those
Can you imagine
panels,
11,700? That's nuts.
I would feel like you would get there the first day and say, I'll never finish this. This will never happen. And then do you ever think you may have skipped one accidentally? Like, whoops, did I get that one? Did that one hooked up?
Yeah, that's why you have a group of people with you and they keep you in check too. It's basically a group effort.
Okay.
But it's 40 acres, so that's almost the size of the JL North. And can you imagine that whole thing covered in solar panels and having to wire all that? That's nuts.
No, I can't. I cannot imagine that. And then Xander, you had to do that in rain and shine.
Yeah.
So there
Tell us
weren't
about
like,
Trench.
Oh no.
You know his nickname is Trench.
Yeah.
oh no, why do they call him Trench? Tell us this story, Xander.
So there was a bunch of rainouts, and my foreman sent me to another job so I wouldn't keep losing money and losing hours. So after like 2 days of being at this other job in Prairie Farms, I come back and it's just me and the foreman, and we can't do much because it's all soaking wet. The trenches were full of water, and then there's obviously the ones that were previously covered and tamped down, but they were still soggy. Like they still were going to go in. So
Okay.
Keith, my foreman, goes, "Hey, go get me a few people." And then I load in the back of the truck and I drive. He goes, "Do not drive and do not hit one of those trenches." And I said, "Okay."
Oh no. Oh no.
I park and I'm fine. And I'm like, you know what? I can inch forward a little bit more. I go a little
no.
bury the front end of the axle all the way to the axle.
Oh no. So
I'd have an excavator pull me out. Yeah.
You earned your name. You earned it. And so they still call you that today?
Keith does, yeah. Quite a few. Sometimes they do. It gets around.
Well, I would consider yourself lucky, Xander. It's not that's not a bad name to have. I never got a nickname. I tried to give myself nicknames all through high school, the Red Rapper, just different things, the Eugene Machine. I've tried, and none of my nicknames ever stuck. So it is what it is. But I like Trench. That's good. That's good.
I did.
You earned it. You earned it.
Indeed, I did.
That's awesome. So I would say between a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you here in the first couple of years of your career? Are you with this career choice?
Well, I'm making the best money I've ever made, so that's all I can care about, really.
Well, it's more than about money. Your mom can attest to that.
It's not like I dread going to work every day. I mean, it's not bad, but
yeah,
I mean, it's work.
Your mom, I believe, would tell you that the expression goes something like, if you enjoy what you do, you've never worked a day in your life. And I could say that's so true. I've always loved teaching. So to me, it was never like going to work. But I think that your mom can say that she's had jobs that she dreaded, but she continued to do because she could not say no to the amount of money she was making at those particular jobs, the travel and all of those kind of things. So, but if you like going to work, that's kind of all you need to know, that you like going to work and you get paid well for what you do. And you like the guys you work with. Because I do know there was a time in your life a couple of years back or a year ago, maybe, that you hated your job. You hated the guy you had to work with. I don't want to say any names. So at least now you're not unhappy at work.
Yeah.
Well,
we were at my grandma's last night for dinner, and we have a family of union members, whether it's carpenters or we have a family of that. And Xander's like, it pays good. And my uncle looked at him and goes, it may pay good now. And he goes, and it is great. He goes, but you need to remember you're working towards a pension. You're working towards benefits and all of things that as a 21-year-old man that you don't truly understand or gather. But, there's so much in the future around that.
Xander, can you explain to this person over here who says you look like you live in a barn? Tell them where you're at right now.
This is my garage.
Guys, and Xander has the coolest garage. People can be quite mean, Xander. And I'm just going to let Miss Ann know that your comment is very rude, number one. But Xander has the coolest garage ever. Jamie, is it okay to pan the camera around? This is a man's dream.
All right.
Now, women may think differently, but if you're a man, Jamie, you're going too fast because
I'm going to start right here. So
okay.
a 2-car garage. There's Kendra's little car, Xander's little 4-wheelers right there. And then he has nice little cabinetry, his golf clubs. He has a workout gym area right here. Okay.
Wire. Watch out.
And then he has, of course, his music stuff. He has a giant TV. This is his Christmas gift from his mother. It's very fancy.
Wow.
A
How many
fridge.
deers he got in that thing?
Don't. How many, Xander?
None right now. I haven't been able to pick it up.
Oh, Xander, you're waiting to get it processed. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he has, look how
Now,
organized
what
his tool
brand?
area is, Lester Morrow.
My God. Now, what brand is that, Jamie? Because that does not look like a Makita.
No, that's Milwaukee.
He said he's a Milwaukee guy. He actually made fun of me last night for being a Makita.
Yeah.
He has
That's
a
okay.
bathroom out here, which is really cool.
Yes.
And then Kendra's garden is brought in as
Hey,
well.
where's that badass punching bag he has?
Oh, it's over
It's up
there.
there.
Okay.
He also, though, he has this shop. It has AC and heat.
Yes.
So and running water. So like, I guess it technically could be you live in a barn, but this punching thing right here.
Yeah. That thing is awesome. That thing is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I was trying to
Oh,
find
wait, and then this table. This is a wire spool that Xander sanded down and lowered and made smooth on top and like really put a lot of effort into. But this is what wire comes on, and he's turned it into the the shop table.
the big spool.
Yeah.
The big spool. Now, I've actually been in that shop, and Xander has a true man cave, a place he and his dogs can get out of the house, give Kendra some free space. His friends come over, they have a few drinks, they play darts, they play music, they do cards, and all of the things.
We
And
sat
so-
out here last night until midnight, the three of
Yes.
us playing cards.
Yeah. So for that lady who made such a rude comment, I can promise you, your husband dreams of what Xander has right there. Your husband dreams of that, as do most husbands dream of having a place just like that. So that's awesome. So how many deer were you able to get this year, bud?
I got 2.
Okay.
'Cause,
Anything to brag about?
More. Huh?
Nothing to brag about, really?
No, just does.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Well,
it
I
was
mean,
just for
okay.
me. I mean, what?
That's okay. A doe is still a deer.
Oh yeah, I'm not mad about it.
I think that's really
it's just enough to feed.
that's what he's like. He goes, I only need 2, and he goes, I just need the meat, and I know that people on our page are probably not on board with that.
Oh,
My
yeah.
family-
Well, hey, we don't hunt. Jamie and I don't hunt, y'all. But
My
we
family is
don't
a family of hunters, and they do it all legally, and they do it in seasons with permits and everything like that. And
and they process and eat what they kill.
yes,
And
that's
I
what I'm saying.
love
Like
that.
Xander goes,
It's
this
not
is fresh
like-
meat. This is all that he and Kendra need for the year, and that's what they do.
Yeah.
Can I do
I
a
think
house
that's
tour
awesome.
later?
Yeah, we
I'm-
just gotta make sure to clean up a little bit, and the dogs
It's
aren't
so
here.
clean. Their house is immaculate. Like you could eat off of their floors, and he's like, "Oh, we can do a house tour, but we gotta make sure it's clean later." It is cleaner than our house, Lester. That's what I'm gonna
Well,
say.
you ought to see our house right now. I'm doing some reorganizing while you're gone. Do not go to my Facebook page, whatever you do. Whatever you
You're
do.
doing some reorganizing while I'm gone.
Let's talk about Xander while we have Xander here. Let's talk about Xander. So Xander, I was going to ask you more about the hunting. So you've done that with your 2 uncles then pretty much, or are you doing it by yourself now, or how's that going?
No, I don't do it. Well, Jake doesn't do it. Josh does, but I typically have been going with my dad. Me and him just go.
Oh, your dad's going. Okay, that's good to hear. Now,
Yeah.
do y'all have like a hunting lease, or do y'all just go find forest, or what do you do?
We have our own like private ground that's our cousins that we're allowed to hunt on.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And then my last question, I don't know this for a fact, but isn't hunting season almost over, or is it already over?
No, it's gonna be over probably. I think it's the end of January, maybe early February.
Okay. Okay.
So in Illinois, they have Xander got his with bow and arrow.
Oh,
They
wow.
have bow season that starts end of September. Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah.
End of September to end of January, something like that. And then gun season is only 2 weekends. So like I know that sounds silly, but it is not a deer lease like they have in Texas where they feed them. And this is like, it truly is.
You really are hunting then. You're having to be real quiet and be downwind, or either you're downwind, not upwind, right? You're downwind.
Yeah.
And then Jamie told a funny story, Xander. I hope you don't mind if I repeat this. And if I do, you can blame her. But you broke out in quite the horrible rash, and no one knew what was going on with you. And it ended up being that you were putting on some kind of a descenting lotion or oil so that the deer could not smell you. And
Yes, every morning before I hunt, I take a shower in this no scent shampoo.
okay.
I always have really dry skin, so I'm assuming it just reacts with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It
funny.
turns out he wasn't dying though. He just had an allergic reaction to the no scent.
The no
His body
scent
needs
lotion.
scent. That's all I'm saying. His body needs to smell good, apparently.
Yeah. That's funny. Sorry, Xander. Me and your mom talk about you more than you probably
Okay.
realize. I know all of your little dirty secrets. I know them all.
That's
I know.
horrible.
I know them all. I know him, and I
I'm
still
sorry.
love him. I accept you, Xander. I accept you.
That's okay.
You want to
Now-
talk about Xander's call sign?
Well, no, I would like to talk about Xander tossing that weenie.
Here we go.
Well, do you
I
mind?
haven't posted that yet. Yay! Look, it's Kendra.
Well, here's my question. Would you mind if I show our friends right now, Jamie? Or do you
Go
want to
ahead.
post it yourself?
You smell good too. Thanks. Kendra smells terrific too.
Hi, Kendra.
Hi.
How are you, sweetie? Are you just out of the shower?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Their
trying.
shower is amazing. I didn't even tell y'all that. Their shower is better than our shower, Lester. It
Wait,
like
how and why?
they have like 2 shower heads that like touch like this, and
Okay.
like and they like come like I don't
There's 2 separate spouts, so like one goes straight down, and then one shoots at an angle.
but it like
And they work
consumes
at the
you
same time?
in the most powerful power wash ever. I took a shower in like 2 minutes today. It was my hair was rinsed instantly. It was
Oh,
amazing.
God. Well, if you guys don't mind, what I want to do is while we have Kendra here, we want to brag on her a little bit. And I can think of no better way to brag on her than this right here. Watch the way she tosses that cock.
Oh my God, Lester, you can't say that.
Did you all see it? Let's watch it
horrible.
again. Let's watch it again. Xander and his weenie. Kendra and her.
Lester, the Xander just stepped off camera.
Where's Xander go? Is he embarrassed about this?
That's
Look how-
horrible.
I just don't want
Look
to say
how-
that.
Why is
Lester, he
Xander?
said it to get us banned. Are you kidding? Like it's done now. This is gonna be removed later.
Why- Only on Facebook.
Chicken.
Only on
Is
Facebook.
it chicken versus hot dog?
Okay, fine. Chicken versus hot dog. Can we watch it one more time? And then Kendra, we're going to ask you a question about this, so be ready. And then we're going to ask Xander the same question. Here we go. Let's go. Watch Xander's form. It comes from low, does a spin. Kendra's nice and high, flips it around, and they both perfect. There. Okay, I'll remove that. Jamie, where'd you go?
In the shop last night. This is events that you missed.
All right, so we're going to have to hear from Kendra first. First of all, Kendra, good morning.
Good morning.
So, how shocked were you when Jamie introduced you guys to this wonderful and fun gift?
Well, gotta say I wasn't too sure about it at first.
Why? Did you
What's
not know?
really funny is they hadn't opened them. They're sitting here on their. I shipped them here, and they had not opened them.
Did you know? Right.
Dog toys at first.
Yeah, she thought it was dog toys.
Well,
Okay,
because it
so-
came with
okay.
our dog toys.
Yeah, it did.
Xander?
I ordered them dog toys. That's what's one thing they asked for.
Okay, hold on. So, Kendra, I believe you thought they were dog toys. Xander, be honest, because I'm looking at your eyes. What did you really think they were?
I mean, we looked at it and I was like, what kind of game is this?
It literally says party game right here, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lester, don't even. Don't even.
We know
Okay.
where it's going to go.
That's fine. So then your mom
It's 10 a.m.,
showed you,
Lester.
so your mom showed you guys how to play, and I know that your mom was unable to stick them because she couldn't stick them at all. And then how many times did you try before you finally got it to stick?
probably 4, 5,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, wow.
To retake that video, like,
We had to retake
So
the
we could
video
both
so
get-
they could both get it at the same time, but we played for probably an hour last night.
Oh, my God. Xander, is your arm sore now? No? Why? Why are you turning red?
You're horrible.
No, I'm just asking you, is your arm sore now?
Don't make that motion.
Yeah, that's what you did, sir. Do I have to replay the video?
No.
Kendra,
no.
I'm so sorry, Kendra, that you have to deal with a man like that. I am so very sorry.
horrible.
Anyway, all right, Kendra, now you also have a new job. Can you talk about it or do you want to talk about it?
I mean, I can a little.
Only if you want to. I don't want to put you on the spot.
That was okay. So I did work at a daycare, but I nanny now for this family.
So-
They have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 2-month-old.
So you've
They're
been
really-
doing, I'm sorry. So you've done daycare for a while, but this is very different because now you actually work in their home as the nanny.
Yeah,
And how's that going?
good. I like it. It's really
You do
fun.
like it.
Yeah.
Do you find it more challenging or is it less challenging?
I feel
Being
like in
someone-
some ways it is more challenging, but in other ways it's not. Like I do have to like go pick up the kids from school, drive them to school, like little things like that. But I don't know. Where I was used to like staying put in one spot and just I don't know.
Oh,
And
I
she
get it.
drive further to work now.
Yeah.
And like normally what you had a 10-minute drive before and
Yeah.
now she drives 30 minutes to work. And
Okay.
goes to the home with the family, like the works in their home, but has to be really their appointment keeper and shuffling kids and getting kids out and all of that throughout the day.
I'm going to say this, and Kendra, you might be able to say if this is true or not, but when I used to teach school, you would bond with your students, but you only had 1 year to bond with them, and then you knew they were going to be leaving. But as a nanny, the fact that you're doing all of these things, you're not just, you're such a big part of their life. Do you ever feel like you're going to have this huge bond and attachment? And if you ever end up having to leave that job, it's going to be really, really hard on you up here because you're going to have that void. Because these are going to be like your kids.
Because even at the daycare, like obviously there's so many kids, but like this one kid he is like my nephew. Like
Yeah.
I still talk to his mom to this day on Facebook and stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you do build connections with them. So
And then the ones that you nanny, you're going to spend so much time with them, and I just can't picture how hard that's going to be if you ever decide to leave that job for some reason, because
Yeah.
you're leaving like you're going to have this void spot of it. These are like your kids too. You're raising these kids you cook and you drive them to school and you dress them and you do all of the things. And it's a whole lot more than what you did at daycare or what I did as a school teacher. So
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful you get to have that kind of a bond, and being a nanny can be wonderful, but I sure do hope for your sake you can do it until they grow up.
yeah,
Until or at least teenagers where you can't stand them no more.
yeah, I agree.
Well, that's awesome. Did you guys have a wonderful Christmas, Kendra?
What?
Did you have a great Christmas?
Yeah, I had fun.
Besides the gift that you got from Jamie, can you tell us about your favorite gift? And you're not going to hurt Xander's feelings if it's not his.
I
You
would
hadn't
probably
thought
say
about
my
that yet.
books. My
Your
books,
book?
but they both got me books. So
And so you love to read. You like to read.
Kendra has a library. I will show you. Kendra has an entire library. I can't wait to give you their house tour. Sorry, I'm giving a house tour. And Kendra has a full library. Last night I'm standing up there. I'm like, which one do you like the best? Because like I would love to have time to read. I would love to find that. And she's like, well, there's these, and then there's this, and I'm like, okay, it's too much. It's too much. Like,
I
it's
just
awesome.
got into that this year. This is what I've collected. Well, you'll see in about 4 or 5 months.
That's awesome, Kendra. No, I'm a reader as well. Jamie reads, but that's just beautiful. Xander, we know you don't read, but not that we can
I
tell.
don't know how.
I'm kidding. But did you get a favorite gift?
Yeah, probably either my deep freeze because it really helps out a lot of the space and clutter.
Oh, yes.
Fridge and the one out here. and then or my TV that I got out here
Okay.
too.
That's awesome. Typical guy things. If I had gotten Jamie a deep freezer, a TV, you know that I would never hear the end of it, right? Isn't it crazy the way that guys love certain things like that and women just can't, they just despise. Jamie, what are you wearing right now? Not like that.
Oh, I'm not wearing any. I took it off because it's actually, you're going to think this is crazy. It's warm here today.
Oh,
So,
so
but I did start out the day with my winter coat on, which has been amazing. My mom tried to steal it though.
she did?
Yes, she put it on. She goes, "This is nice. Is it for me?" I'm like, "No, it's not really for you."
Have Xander slip that thing on how lightweight it is.
It's amazing. Even Jalen goes, "Where do you get that at?" Like,
Oh,
It is a nice coat.
oh my god,
that
it
looks
fits
pretty
you
good.
too.
Yeah.
Why does it fit Xander so well?
You may not be coming home with it, obviously, now. Darn it.
Yeah, it's a nice coat.
No, it is. It's a nice coat. It has kept me warm. It kept me warm on the plane because that plane was the coldest I've ever been on a plane.
Yeah.
Like I asked the lady, I'm like, are the windows open? Because like it was so cold. I used it as a pillow. Like it has been amazing.
I don't know what those things are made out of, what kind of material, but it's lightweight but warm, which is really neat. You can you move in it very easily. You don't sweat. So all of those things. Awesome. All right. Well, I feel like I'm just rambling on.
I have to say that Xander and Kendra cleaned their house and and gave me their bed last night. And I offered a million times to sleep in the air mattress, but I don't know what kind of bed that they have. But I feel like that we should figure that out because it is the most comfortable sleep I've ever slept in my whole life.
No. Well,
it's life changing.
It is life changing. Like I have never, and I'm saying that that I have never slept on anything that felt like it was firm, but also that I was on a cloud. Like,
well, what is it, Xander? Did y'all buy it or did y'all inherit it somehow?
No, we got it, but I don't remember what it is. But we got it as from like cloth. Someone returned it.
Okay.
Somehow they didn't like that, but
Ah.
we laid on it one time when we were getting all the rest of our furniture, and I was like, "Yeah, that's the one."
Oh, okay. Yeah, I it's probably some kind of a memory foam, I would bet.
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't know, but I'm telling you, I like it. I sunk in a little bit, which was really cool. I guess that makes it memory foam. But then it hugged me last night. It was like I was sleeping next to you, just for the record. But it was so comfortable and cozy and oh, so good. Such a good sleep.
Well, speaking of sleeping, looky here, Xander.
Aw, Hanky.
He has conked out right here. He misses mama. He misses his mama. All right, so are we gonna get a house tour or what are we gonna do?
I'm gonna do a house tour later in a video. I'll wait.
In a video.
Just because the dogs are in there, so I'll have Xander let the dogs out and we'll do a house tour. Because otherwise they will plow me down the steps.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Been an adventure because Xander's dogs are very protective of Xander and Kendra.
Yeah.
And when I came in the shop last night, Xander's like, just walk in, let them smell you, and they'll get over it. And they did. It was like seconds, right? Well, after we went inside last night, everything was fine. And I went to bed. They went to bed. So this morning, I guess the dogs forgot I was there. Yes. So when I opened up the bedroom door, they're like all in my face and in my suitcase and everything, and not like in a mean way, but like they completely forgot that I was here. So they started all over again this morning. Yeah.
Well, the time that I visited, I never had a chance to relax because Xander had to hold with all force, that dog off of me. So I will. Yeah. Well, that's reason number 2 why I didn't go visit this year.
So
it wasn't only the bad weather we were having here, huh?
We figured out why. So Xander has learned that you can never come to the front door because they hate the mailman. So the mailman delivers house to house here by walking through town. Okay. And the mailman will, trample through yards and bring mail to the house. Well, his dogs hate the mailman or Amazon guy or any delivery person because they're protecting their house. Yeah. So if you come in through the back, you're welcome if you come in through the back door, just for the record.
Okay.
Xander, so next time here, you got to come in the back.
Xander, is it any way you can bring your dogs and show people who are asking to see them, or is that a bad idea?
It's going to get loud for a second, but yeah.
People are asking to see the dogs. If you don't want to, it's okay. Right. But if you guys do want to see the dogs, I will. We will show them real fast.
They're very sweet, and so there's two. So where'd Lester go? We just lost Lester. I don't know what happened.
I'm here. I'm just
Oh.
letting everyone see the whole screen to see the dogs.
Oh, okay.
So
So
you keep talking.
there's two dogs. There's Chief and Ace, and Chief is 3. Kendra, is that right?
Somewhere around there.
Chief is 3. Ace is 2 or 4, 2, like somewhere around there. And they are German Shepherds. Oh boy. Hi. Told ya. Hi. That's Ace. I'm learning how to tell them apart. It's like a, I'm going to say a grandma of twins. That's your dad. Why do we have,
Hey, hey,
that's my coffee.
stop being loud. All right, this is chaos. Okay.
It'll calm down in just a few minutes.
Hey, we get it.
Imagine that in your face when they're totally barking and going bananas. That's Chief.
Chichi, come here.
Hi. Oh boy, now they're playing with their toys.
Chief, come in. Hey, no, sir.
That's my coffee.
Driving with food.
Settle down.
It's okay. They're very excited and very crazy, and they do smell bacon.
That's the only way you get them to calm down is if you have food. Settle.
Sit. Sit.
They're really good dogs, and they're very protective of these two. And they get excited when people visit.
Good boy.
Yes, hello, we see you.
They're giant babies.
Yeah.
It looks like Kendra has great command of them, maybe more so than Xander. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah. Undeniably.
Kendra says, calm down. They both like, okay, yes, ma'am. Whatever you say, mama, we'll do it. And then Xander's like, hey, settle down. And they're all over the
I have
place.
to get loud for them to listen.
Yeah, just burn. Sit.
Well, they're beautiful dogs. Everyone is talking about how wonderful they look, and they are gorgeous. So thank you for showing them off, Xander. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, no problem.
And that's why no one wants to ever go break into Xander's house, because you will not forget that anytime soon if you ever walk out of that place alive.
That was the first time I've ever seen you afraid of a dog.
Yes, terrified, just terrified. Because it reminded me of the
Cujo?
dog. Huh?
Cujo?
Xander, I wouldn't do that if I was you.
That was over the ball. That's over their toy.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. That's like asking for it. Oh, Lord. There are a lot of people who have German Shepherds in the comments and those who love that breed of dog. And they're just gorgeous. Very gorgeous. Look at
They're very
Kendra.
smart.
They're too smart.
Kendra has amazing command. That's wonderful, Kendra. That's absolutely that's amazing.
All right, guys, time to go.
Wow.
It was like, all right, get out.
I think Xander's a little bit jealous now. Xander's a little bit jealous that Kendra has this great command.
Hey, it's all in the toy.
Yeah, all the toy.
All in the toy.
It is.
That's
I want
awesome.
you to see my phone holder because I didn't bring a tripod.
Okay.
This
Um.
and this and this, and it sits
Oh,
nicely
boy.
against my straw. How do you like
Oh
that?
my God, that's horrible. But that's you.
All right, tag all the time.
Yeah, we take our ragtag on the road, Xander. We just take our ragtag with us wherever we travel. That's good. All right. Well, I don't want to keep Xander and Kendra, babe.
That's okay. I'll let y'all go. We're gonna go meet my mom, and we're gonna do a little bit of hometown touring.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make a little Illinois adventure video today, and then I think that Kendra has me. Are we baking today too? Kendra
Kendra
has.
loves to bake. She loves to bake.
Yes.
I want to make chocolate covered pretzels.
Yeah.
Chocolate covered pretzels. Okay. Well, Jamie,
Yeah.
bring some home if you have room.
Okay. I will. I
That's
unloaded
nice.
all the gifts for everybody, and I'm like, man, I actually I think I can fit my backpack in my suitcase to come home. So that's gonna be
Okay.
a nice little change too.
Hey, stick Xander on here one last time. I'm not going to embarrass him.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want you to give your honest opinion of the
Oh,
gift that we sent you with the Rapid Radio.
Oh
And
no,
this
it's awesome.
So I'll talk more about it whenever you leave, but it was the coolest thing in the fact that you have this radio like a walkie-talkie that even though you're in Illinois, I'm here in Texas, we simply push a button and talk immediate. And they don't work off the cell phone towers. They work off of a satellite system. So in case of an emergency and we end up losing our cell phones through some kind of an outage or God forbid something more horrible, we still have the option to be able to communicate with each other and at least talk, so it's pretty neat. So I'm going to talk more about that when we get off the live here. But anyways,
your call sign last night.
I already remember it.
Xander called himself Rubber Ducky last night.
Yeah, I don't know why him tossing that weenie, the way he tossed that weenie, and he's the Rubber Ducky. I just don't get that for anything. I don't get that for anything.
I was like, think of a full sign, and he's like, this is Rubber Ducky in Illinois, and I was like, oh,
no, I'm like, call yourself the chief,
Oh, maybe. Oh, wait, he called Buddy Rubber Ducky. Sorry.
Have y'all heard of the Iroquois Indians?
Yes.
The Iroquois. So I think you should go back to the Native Americans, man, and give yourself something like Chief, like your dog. You call your dog Chief. The Iroquois, call yourself something like.
So the Illinois is from the Illini Indians. So.
Okay, well, find something cool, Xander. But you're too Rubber Ducky does not fit you. I'm sorry, Rubber Ducky does not fit you. And please don't say the weenie tosser, because that just, even though you toss an amazing wiener, please. I'm just saying.
We are for sure getting banned today.
Yeah, we're going to be banned
today. When I
today.
can't squeeze your legs next to you. And for everyone watching, I'm so sorry for all that you're about to endure because I can't stop it.
No, I will promise I'll settle it down. Trench is fine. We'll go with Trench, Xander. That's a cool name. We'll just stick with Trench and make it be universal. No matter where you're at, your work or home, you're still Trench. Okay. Yep. The only thing is, if Kendra ever starts calling you Trench, they're like, "Whoa, wait, hold. Yeah. Why does she call her husband Trench?
Draw the line.
Why?
What?
If you start calling me Trench,
nice.
Yeah, there's going to be some explaining to do on that one. I'm sorry. Now I'm blushing. Great.
Great, Buster. Great.
All right, Xander and Kendra, we love you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
You as well.
Yes. Hope you guys have a wonderful New Year as well. And y'all be safe. Take care of your mom, please.
Will do.
Xander, keep an eye on her.
Will do.
All right, Jamie, we love you. We'll see you soon, babe.
All right. Bye, y'all. Have a good day, babe.
Bye. I'll get her. I'll do it for you.
Okay.
I'll kick you. All right. So we have just kicked our guest from the studio. I'm going to turn you all around to look at Mr. Hank while I go get myself another cup of coffee. Normally, I would do that while Jamie talks, but today, Jamie's talked about enough. Good. These are those really big cups we were gifted, these coffee mugs. And I probably should only had one, but I'm having two. Anywho, I want to thank you all for joining us on this morning's live with Jamie, who's in Illinois. She has gone off to visit her family. Xander and Kendra is who she's staying with. She also saw her mom. She saw both of her grandparents and her niece, her brothers. So she's had her own family Christmas a couple of days late, but she did spend time with our family, the Morrows, here this year as well. And then I will go ahead and say it one last time for those who did not hear the first couple of times, but I had considered traveling with her this year, but then we had horrific weather come through. Anyone who knows much about what's going on in Texas weather knows we've had tornadoes one day, lots and lots of tornadoes. We've had just torrential rain. The videos, if you've watched, show all of the localized flooding So luckily it's not bad like we've seen before, but you already know that sometimes the worst flooding doesn't come till a couple of days after the big rains. So what I did was stayed here to make sure that all of our animals, as well as the animals in Plum Grove, if for some reason need to be evacuated or pulled out, then we can do that. And it would have been very unwise. So for as many people who are just so upset that I'm not with Jamie to visit her family, just know that it's hard to leave if you in fact have other souls who depend on you. So there's that. We're not going to keep addressing that. If you don't get it, then you just don't get it, and you never will. So I'm going to grab Lex today. My plan is to go pick up Lex and spend the next couple of days with him. He will be going back and doing chores with me. He's had a couple of days to spend with his Gigi and Pawpaw. He did spend a couple of days here with me. We had our family here for Christmas. That was the 23rd, I believe. And then that's where we spent time with Ellie, Megan. Oh, and by the way, you guys keep Megan and Ellie in your thoughts. They lost a goat, and it was one of their favorites. Megan, sweet Megan, just she went live yesterday talking about it, and poor baby just broke down during her video, and in all of her despair talked a little bit about how hard it was seeing some of your babies not doing so well. And guys, no matter how much you think we don't, there are some animals that you just, for some reason, you just love them so much more. You love them all, but you can have a special attachment to some more than others. And so they lost one that Megan was very deeply attached to. At no fault of theirs, for the people who are going to be mean, because that's just what the internet does. They did everything in their power to get this goat treated. They did all the vet visits. They've gotten everything was done, but they did end up losing one to parasites. And parasites is that one killer that you can't always see until it's too late. You can do all that you can do with vaccinations and dewormers, trying to rotate your pastures, trying to, do all that you can do. But sometimes you don't know until it is too late. And then I'll say, and I'll add one last thing about goats in general. This is a fact of nature that you may not know, but it's nice to hear, is that animals that have a very high fertility rate have an equally high mortality rate, which is why they have a high fertility rate. Goats in general, if a goat ever gets down, it's almost impossible. It's close to impossible to get a goat back on its feet if it ever gets down. And so with parasites, the fact that you can't see what's going on, you don't know what's going on until one day they have the diarrhea, or they call them scours. And then you begin to treat for scours. You don't just take every animal to the vet immediately if you see it has scours, because they could eat too much green hay. They could eat something they shouldn't have been eating. And all animals, like humans, end up getting themselves sick in the tummy. And you don't just grab every animal that has a sick tummy and run to the vet. By the time Megan and Ellie realized that, this goat has been a couple of days. Yes, Zion Creek, who's, you guys know, who is known for his love of his goats and does all for his goats, also lost a goat this week to the exact same thing. Thank you for bringing that up. Sometimes people want to accuse Megan and Ellie of horrible mistreatment, and they don't realize that parasites affect even the best of the best of the best of goat farmers. So anyway, sometimes when an animal gets down, they just don't always get themselves back up. It happened to be during the Christmas holidays where our local vets are all closed. And so through phone communications, Dr. Cochran is wonderful, and she will try to help you the best that she can over the phone. She does that for our family. We're so blessed for her for that. And together with her her best advice. They were unable to get the goat well enough. They took the goat to A&M, and the goat ended up not being able to make it. The goat's name is Lulu. That's not my story to tell. That is absolutely Megan and Ellie's story to tell. But it was one of their favorites, one of their most beloved. And so they will absolutely be feeling the loss of Lulu for a while. So we love Ellie and Megan, and they're doing a fine job at what they're doing. We're no longer calling the Plum Grove property the sanctuary, as in fact, we're calling I'm a Survivor Sanctuary anywhere where there are surviving animals from abuse, abandonment, neglect, all of those things, right? Anyway, so, but you guys keep Ellie and Megan in your thoughts. And if you have a chance to go by their channel and say that you love them and that you support them and that you understand, that's nature, friends, because it is in fact nature. Okie doke. I don't mean to get emotional, but I feel bad. Every time I talk about Ellie and Megan, my heart breaks for them, because people, I think, sometimes forget how it feels to be criticized constantly. And for those who've been making videos and doing this for a while, like myself, you sort of get used to it. It still hurts. It still hurts. But for the number of people who feel like Ellie and Megan are easy targets, and they take to Ellie and Megan and attack them at every chance they can, it makes me hurt, not just for the goat that they lost, but for Ellie and Megan to not only have to find a way to overcome the loss of a beloved baby, but also find a way to put aside all of the assholes. I'm just going to say it if no one else will, but the assholes who play on these channels, who look around for excuses to find ways to pick on people and make them and bash. And if you've ever been bashed, if you've ever been put down, if you've ever been bullied, if you've ever been picked on, if you've ever been the victim of any of those kind of things from a partner or from someone at school or from a coworker, maybe that's all you're doing now, is trying to find and exact your revenge. I don't know. But Ellie and Megan are dealing with a loss today of a beloved baby. So we worry about them. Not only are they dealing with the loss of a beloved baby, but Plum Grove and all of the animals in Plum Grove are having quite the ordeal right now with the fireworks. I don't know if you were able to see any of my niece Brienne last night went on. I don't know if it was a live video or a reel or a short. I'm not real sure. But she also videoed the nightlife there in Plum Grove. And guys, it sounds, I'm going to say, worse than a war zone. You can all picture from the movies that you've seen on TV how bad it is. Let me go ahead and find that for you all. I'll play it for you. Give me a second or so, please. I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm going to type in life on Morrow Hill, and I'm going to pull up her videos.
This is absolutely crazy. So crazy. All right, now where are we?
So you not only have Ellie and Megan dealing with a sick baby, but every night since the 24th, I believe, the folks in that neighborhood have been just relentless with their fireworks. As soon as it gets dark, the fireworks begin to go off, and it's not just fireworks, it's gunfire. It is just horrendous. It is every bit of a third world country as you'll ever see right here inside of our own United States. And I'm not trying to talk about any particular people or a culture of people, because obviously fireworks are enjoyed by many. Even, fireworks are enjoyed by many people, but they are not enjoyed by animals. And I even had to bring Sadie in last night. I'm at the JL where we don't have any close neighbors, but we do have neighbors off in the distance. And when they start popping these fireworks, it's scary. And some animals, especially animals who've had a tough upbringing, take it a whole lot harder than others do. And so, yes, Brienne's channel is called Life on Morrow Hill. She's on both Facebook and YouTube. I do think that she does more. I don't know where she spends most of her time, Facebook or YouTube. I don't know. But I do think that some animals can have some PTSD, abused, abandoned, neglected animals, have had a rough go. And when they start hearing all that mess going off, guys, it can be quite terrifying. And I brought Sadie in. This is just one example. Last night I brought Sadie in, and I closed the screen door. So the RV has the main door, and it has a screen door. And I was trying to watch the other animals. I don't know if I'm not trying to be. Someone says, "Why are you screaming?" I'm not trying to scream. Maybe I'm too close to the computer. So I had left the screen door open so I could actually watch the horses. I want to watch Roman. I want to watch Rita. I want to watch the cows. And all the animals had gathered up around their barns, which is the safest place they could possibly go. And then Sadie was so scared inside the RV even that she ended up running and pushing a hole through. She pushed a hole through the RV. The door of the RV, the bottom is a screen door. Anyway, so I'm just not going to deal with that nonsense right now. So Sadie ended up running through the screen door because she just could not find a safe place, I don't think. And so I didn't realize how terrified she was of fireworks. And I saw for the last time last night. And then what's scary is as we get closer to the holiday, I'm just so blessed that there's not as many fireworks here at Longhorn Lester's. Most of our neighbors are older, and so they don't really do fireworks. I know that Pat and David had their grandkids over on July 4th, and they did do fireworks, so it got pretty loud here. But the closer it gets to New Year's Eve, the scarier it gets. And so here's Ellie and Megan trying to keep their animals calm, despite the fact they just lost another one. Brienne's watching the horses, trying to keep the horses all calmed. Other animals, Jake and Alyssa are gone. And so Brienne's trying to do double duties. It was just really, really sad. And then I saw the same thing with Sadie. Now we have a fairly new RV with the screen door that's been ripped out because Sadie was so scared even inside the RV. So I don't know. But it makes me heartbroken for people. Anyway, just know that it's a really scary time for animals. And then I know what I've already opened a can of whoop ass over here in the comments with everyone saying, give them melatonin, give them melatonin, give them melatonin. I get it. You want to go out there and administer melatonin to every animal. But let's remember that there's hundreds, plural, of farm animals on these properties. And you just cannot walk up to Tex and give him a melatonin gummy, guys. But that's what I say sometimes, that we love the suggestions and we love the comments. We love the ideas, but some things that you suggest they're not possible. They're just not possible. So all I'm saying is fireworks are an issue this time of year. It's especially difficult for people who have farm animals, especially if some of those animals have PTSD from a previous life. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not asking for ideas on what to administer to who, because we're not going to do that because it's not possible. Okay. So anyway, thank you so very much for watching our Coffee with Jamie and Lester this morning. It was wonderful having Xander and Kendra on. Jamie will spend more time with her family. Will you do a deal or no deal? I've already done that with pretty much everybody. If you've not watched the videos, I've done the videos. You know what I'll do? Let me see if there's somebody who wants to play. Is Dwayne Lacey still here? Y'all give me a moment. Y'all give me a moment. If you want to watch a deal or no deal, let me see if I can get Dwayne Lacey. Hold on. Hey, buddy, do you want to join my live right quick and play deal or no deal? Question mark. I must be saying it right because look, it spells it right over here. If I was saying something different, it would spell it differently. So I just sent that to Dwayne Lacey. I don't know if he's still watching, but if he gets my message, maybe he'll come on and join me. And the fact that Dwayne lives pretty close, I can always find a way to get him his money. He has read the message. We're going to find out what he says. Let's all watch together. He's read the message. Is he going to ignore me? He says, let me brush my teeth. Okay, we will invite Dwayne on. Give me 1 second here. I must take this picture. All right, I will send that to Dwayne. I hope he can read that. And whenever Dwayne jumps into my comments, whenever I see him in the green room, we'll play us one quick game of deal or no deal, okay? John says, talk about the radios. So these are the Rapid radios, and this was a Christmas gift that I got to all of my family, every member of the family, every head of the family. And these are the most awesome things ever, I think. Now, I will go ahead and say that this was the most expensive gift that I've probably bought in a very long time, and I bought 12 of them. So, but here's the reason why I did it, because I think that in these uncertain times that we live in, it's wonderful to have a plan for just in case. So you all know that there's 100 miles between me and Lex. And I always worry that if something bad were to happen and we ended up losing our communication, our ability to communicate through text or through phone, and we have, guys, AT&T has gone down twice in our area over the last few months. And I don't know where you all live, but you guys may also know that sometimes you may lose communication. And if you don't have a way to communicate with your family, then it can be quite scary. So I did buy a Rapid radio for every member, every family member to have there at their home. And so what we've done is we've been testing those out, because what they say is, I'll read it to you. Unlimited distance, easy to use, no monthly fees, single or group chat. And so what I've done is I put those onto group chat. I had them all set up to group chat, and they're called Rapid Radio. Now, listen, there's a lot of different brands out there. I'm not a sponsor for one or the other. That's what I bought because it was the one that seemed the most easy to me. It did not require batteries. They charge. Dwayne says he's coming. They charge up on a charger. And so all you do is like a walkie-talkie. You just press the button, and I say, Longhorn Lester here. Can anyone read me? And anyone that has their radio turned on in any part of the country, all of a sudden, Xander, yes, Rubber Ducky here. Okay, fine, Rubber Ducky, whatever. Buddy, the bearded lady's here. Okay, fine, the bearded lady's on. Paw here, reading you loud and clear. Pawpaw's on. And then you got my brother-in-law, Rob. You have Lex. You have L.E. You have Jake. You have all of the family members, Dusty, all of the heads of the different families are all able to communicate instantly, but it's not through a cell phone tower. It doesn't matter if they have AT&T or Verizon or anybody else. They're able to communicate through a satellite. using the rapid radio. Now, I know what you're going to do. You're going to start throwing out all kinds of different scenarios where it may not work in this or it may not work in that. Well, we'll have to find out. But I will say that these things were used very heavily in the hurricane destructed areas, all the areas that were affected by the hurricanes. And rapid radio along with Starlink were both things that there's a lot of critics for, but came in very, very handy in communicating with other people around not just your area, not in a 1 mile vicinity, but around the entire country and maybe even the globe. I don't know. But it's just part, you all know that Jamie and I have always been quite the preppers. And that's something that we enjoy doing for just in case scenarios. And this is one way that we can communicate with our family in a doomsday type scenario. We can still communicate to talk to each other and find out who's who and where's where and what's going on if, for in fact, our cell phones go down. Cell phones are prone and they're vulnerable to cyber attacks. You guys all know that, and I don't know where you live, but cell phones have gone down several times through overusage or the loss of a cell phone tower through something or another. But these do not use cell phone towers. These use their very own satellites up in space. So there, I talked about that. Well, we're waiting for Dwayne, and I don't know why he's not joined yet, but we will not keep you guys much longer. If it takes a man that long to brush his teeth, you have to type it into your browser exactly as it appears. Well, if Dwayne's having technical difficulties, I cannot send him the link here, or I'll have 20 other people jump in, and it only has a limit of 10. And so that always happens, guys. It's the same with people trying to call when I ask them not to. I would put the link here, but I would have 20 people jump on trying to be a part of the link. And so I'll give Dwayne another second or so. And if he's not able to join, then I promise you we will do this another day. Okay? We'll do it another day. I've kept you way over our hour anyway. I've kept you so darn long. But thank you. And then as far as where do you order rapid radios, I don't know. I went straight to the company because I had a code that saved me a few dollars. So I don't know if you can do the same thing I did, or you may can find them somewhere else. I just don't know. So, well, I'm guessing that Dwayne is not going to be able to join us, and that's a shame because this is a really fun game right here in front of me. But we will try this another time. We will try it another time. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining us for some coffee this morning. We love you so very much. We're blessed to have you. And I will be going live again later this afternoon from the JL North with some Roman and Rita. If you guys want to see that, it's a beautiful love story happening over there. Dwayne's still typing. Dwayne says this is weird. Okay. Dwayne is trying, friends. It's okay, though. Dwayne, I'm so sorry, but if you're watching, we'll have to do it another time. Lester's all talked out. Yes, and that rarely happens. To be honest, I have tons of jobs to do. I've already done my jobs at the other property. I haven't done anything here. So I know animals are screaming and hollering and trying to get me to go out and feed them. And I'll do that now. All right. Thank you all for watching. We love you. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm going to play this again where we started it.
We do have one problem here. I don't know if you can see this countertop, but there's something missing. Yes, friends? Xander and Kendra don't drink coffee. I don't know if I can ever stay here again, buddy. I don't know. I just don't know. It's been a long time since I had to drive to get a cup of coffee. Hi, could I have a turtle latte hot?
Did you want that large?
Yes, I do. And then I also need a bacon burrito. Oh, it's gonna be a good day, y'all. It's gonna be a great day.
And we are in the green room. Jamie, we're in the green room. Let's do it.